Hey there, it is Saturday, and that means it is time for a video. And I normally get my videos out a little bit earlier in the day, but today I had something going on this morning, so I'm doing it a little bit later. And I had heard somebody on the internet talking about goals and changing yourself. And it's great to have goals, and it's important to have them, but they shouldn't consume everything in your being to where you're forcing yourself to do something that might just not be part of your greater plan. If your goals are absorbing you and it's driving you back into old habits, then maybe you gotta reevaluate the goals that you have. And one of the goals that, as a person that's been sober for a little over 4 years now, I have is trying to change myself for the better. And one of the things that I heard this guy, who's some master's psychologist dude, he was talking about how being disgusted with yourself or being ashamed of yourself is a great way to change. And I'm not sure if I agree with it or not, but to some degree, I do agree with that when you're ashamed of yourself for the actions that you're taking or not taking, or disgusted with yourself, that will force a change in you. And if you're repeating that to yourself, that, man, I'm ashamed of myself because I did or I didn't do X, Y, and Z, or I'm disgusted with myself because I didn't do X, Y, Z, or I did this again. Well, the only way to not be ashamed of yourself and be disgusted with yourself is to change, and the first way to do that is to change your thought process. And it's not as easy as it sounds, but it is easier than living with yourself being ashamed and disgusted, I gotta say. And one of the things that I do is I tell myself in the morning, almost every day, that I'm gonna do better than the day before. And I'm gonna make it a point to do those things that are difficult for me to do, to make the changes that I need in my life, to be the person that I want to wake up to and look in the mirror every day. And I think it's important to have a mantra to tell yourself, I will be better, I'm going to do that thing that I'm afraid of, and I'm going to get out of my comfort zone to be a better me. And that's basically the gist of what I tell myself in the mornings. And it does help. I find myself having just a little bit more strength when I repeat things to myself like that. Like, this is the guy that I am, this is the guy I want to be, and this is how I'm going to do it today, because the guy I want to be and the guy that I am, doesn't take no for an answer when it comes to bettering himself. And I hope that helps you out a little bit in your day-to-day. So be the person you want to be, and have a great day.